Hello guys, ACE and K-Train Productions. Do you ever feel like that you missed the R160s on the Q line and you want to rail fin the R160 Q train again? Well, you're in luck because the R160 Q train technically exists. So how it goes is basically one R train during AM rush hour gets rerouted to 96th Street, 2nd Avenue. And that's what you want to get is the R train to 96th Street, 2nd Avenue, because that's the place where it turns into an R160 Q train. And thankfully, the R train just so happened to have 100% R160s. And just remember, you only have one shot at this per day, because only one R train during AM rush hour goes to 96th Street. So what you have to do is, for one, wake your ass up in the morning like you go to school. Yeah, but in all seriousness, you have to wake up early in the morning. I recommend waiting at stations like Times Square. I think Times Square is the most practical station to wait for the R train to 96th Street. You should get to Midtown Manhattan around like 7:40, 7:45-ish. I mean, you can do other stations like 34th Street, Herald Square, 49th Street, 5th Avenue, 59th Street, or even 57th Street, 7th Avenue. So if everything goes as planned, if you see the R train to 96th Street, hop on it and take it all the way to 96th Street, 2nd Avenue. And if things goes right, congratulations, you got the R160 Q train. Now you get to take it all the way to Coney Island, Stillwell Avenue, or wherever station you want to go to. Just be aware that this is kind of random because the R train doesn't always switch to the Q train. Worst case scenario, that R160 may go out of service early. I mean, it's extremely unlikely, but it's definitely possible for it to happen. And the only true downside to getting the R160 Q train is there's no round trip. So once it heads towards Coney Island Stillwell, it just goes out of service. Which is kind of a bummer because I would have wanted to do the Q train to 96th Street, 2nd Avenue, the R160 Q train. But when I rode the R160 Q train during AM rush hour, I was so goddamn tired. I almost collapsed on the train due to how tired I was. But I stayed strong and recorded it. And was getting the R160 Q train worth it? Hell yeah. Finally caught that one and only R160 Q train. And it was damn near satisfying. Now you might be asking, will I ever catch that AM rush hour R160 Q train again? Maybe. But that's not happening anytime soon. Because, I'm not a morning person whatsoever. I only rode the R160 Q train because, I had a chance to do it. So overall, catching that R160 Q train isn't really that difficult. However, things can go wrong. Like if you accidentally miss the R train to 96th Street in like Midtown Manhattan, like you get there too late. Your best bet is to go on the Coney Island bound platform on the Q train and hope the R160 Q train gets there. However, I think you should wait around a half an hour, and if it doesn't come there, then you might as well just wait until the next day. Or if you're unlucky enough to do this on a Friday, then you're going to have to wait all the way until Monday. So yeah, I think waiting at Midtown Manhattan for the 96th Street 2nd Avenue bound R train is more practical. Or you could be like one of those boring people who just goes straight to 96th Street, 2nd Avenue and just waits for the R train. Then it turns into a R160 Q train. Man, that's boring. I wanted to rail fan the R train to 96th Street, which I exactly did in this clip. The only thing that was remotely bad was me getting to Times Square way too early. I went there around like 7:20 and I had to wait like around like 35 minutes for the R160 Q train. You could say R160 Q train, but yeah, I had to wait like 30 to 35 minutes to catch that R train in 96th Street, 2nd Avenue. I did some rail fanning at the time, but I had to preserve my battery life because I'm doing a full ride. Come on, man. I mean, I'm not trying to waste my storage and battery life for Times Square because, I didn't really come to Times Square to rail fan, but a bit of rail fanning at Times Square was pretty nice, though. But anyways, I'm going to be ending the video here. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications if you're new. Anyways, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Goodbye.